Hello everyone and welcome to Istanbul, and we are already on our trip and we've just visited the Blue Mosque, which has been amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible, it really is. I mean, there are long lines, but it moves quickly. You have to take your shoes off, which is absolutely fine, and then women need to wear headscarves. I recommend you bring one with you.
Yeah, getting on the trip, actually, it's just the first time that Sun Princess has actually been in Istanbul, so that's a first for us, isn't it?
Absolutely, first for the ship.
Exactly, yeah. My 50th country, so it's a day of initial celebrations, and the cruise terminal itself was fabulous, wasn't it?
Oh, really, yeah, very modern, very new, very big, so allow a lot of time if you're meeting a tour to get to the end of the entrance.
Yeah, so hang around and we'll show you what else there is to see on the tour.
The first shot makes First shot, you feel like a sultan or a sultana. Second shot, you discover your hidden talents. Third shot, you start speaking fluent Turkish. Fourth, you don't talk or walk straight. But fifth shot, you start seeing a lot of flying carpets. They all start flying. That's what we call, it's 99% proof, but we dilute it with water, just like Greek ouzo, for some of you who tried it before. And this is after he's gonna give you a presentation. You will see the colors much more vividly. Okay, do it for the Bir daha. Piece is coming from the eastern part of Turkey, like that Pacific piece. The first ever found carpets design. That's the yarn gets thicker. When the yarn gets thicker, the knots get bigger. The juxtaposition of the traditional rugs with sleek modern furnishings. These are all wool and cotton. So to get the prices down, bamboo is organic material, very sustainable and durable, and mostly for contemporary designs. Just for giving the idea, something like this. You live in the United States, okay? It's $1,950 American door-to-door project.
And relax.
Yeah, it's nice to sit down, although we are still in Istanbul. We just finished a demonstration in the carpet shop. It was really fascinating. I wasn't too sure about that, but it was interesting, and actually really lovely carpets, really nice.
They
rugs.
were fantastic. Some of the colours were amazing,
Yeah.
you know, and but then, as you would expect, there was the hard sell right at the end, where dozens of salesmen suddenly appeared, and that's at the point we all tried to make our exit.
Right, they just said, "Did you have any questions?" So they weren't pushy.
And I have to say, the carpets were incredibly reasonable.
They were, they're long-lasting carpets, handmade.
So some of the carpets were normally retail for $10,000 US dollars, and they were selling them $3,000 because of all the subsidies they get from the Turkish government.
Yeah,
So
and that included shipping to your door.
exactly. So well worth a look anyway. So since we spoke to you last, we've also went into Aya Sophia, which was amazing as well.
That was a very, very long queue outside, but it was worth it inside. It was amazing. Lovely.
Yeah, it took us about 40 minutes in the end, didn't it? But nevertheless, well worth the visit. You can't come here and not see either the Blue Mosque or Aya Sophia, that's for sure. So we've been given 2 hours to amuse ourselves. We've spent half of that going into Starbucks looking for an Istanbul mug.
Can't find one.
Because we collect those, but I think we're going to have to settle for one of the tiny, tiny little ones. But nevertheless, at least we'll have a memento from Istanbul.
And then maybe going to the bazaar just to see what that's like.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things, isn't it? It's a bucket list thing. You've got to see it, regardless of whether you're going to get hassled or don't want to buy anything or whatever. It's definitely something we're going to go and have a quick walk through before we go back to the meeting point. So we'll take you with us as always, and yeah, you'll see what we get to see.
Let's take photo.
Right, and relax. As you can see, we're all showered and ready for an evening of fun. And tonight we're off for a special meal in Sabatini's, aren't we?
Absolutely, the Italian restaurant on Princess. So we haven't, obviously this is Sun Princess, new ship for us. So we've been on other ships with Sabatini, so we'll see how it compares to all the others.
Yeah, and if it's anything like the others, we've done the right thing by starving ourselves, because we're going to get ready for the onslaught of many courses which we're going to wade our way through and yeah, fill us up. But before we go, just a quick recap of today in Istanbul. Your thoughts on Istanbul?
Oh yeah, it was a fantastic place. It was so busy though, I must admit. It was hustling, bustling city, lots going on, but we really had a good trip. So we booked through Shore Excursions Group, and it was called Exclusive Wonders of Istanbul. So we saw 2 of the mosques, and we saw the bazaar, which is sort of all the shops.
And
had
a
lots of walking.
carpet demonstration.
Carpet demonstration. Now, we weren't so sure about that. We saw that, I think a lot of the tours go to that, but actually it was interesting. It was a welcome break for a toilet. We had a little bit of a drink. You could either have an apple tea or
some coffee.
Turkish coffee, and a little bit of a pretzel. And actually, it was very interesting to watch some of the carpets being made, but also to hear about them and see them. They were actually more tasteful than I was ever thinking. They were lovely.
Yeah, some of those carpets were actually amazing. And as we said earlier, the prices that they were able to get you to purchase them for was very, very reasonable as well. So if that way inclined, you know, this is probably one of the tours that you'd be interested in. Anyway, enough said. Our table's booked for not long now, so we're going to get off and run in, and we'll show you what we get to eat. Okay, right. Well, that was really enjoyable.
Yeah,
isn't
I don't know
it?
how much you saw of that, but that was such fun.
Yeah, it started off with Sabatini's, and that was actually, we've done Sabatini's in 3 princess ships now, 4 princess ships now, because we've done,
Sky, Enchanted, Ruby, and now
yeah,
Sun.
exactly. And I would suggest that this is probably food-wise the best one.
Yeah, definitely. There was no view like we had on Ruby out to the aft, but the meal was amazing, and there weren't too big a portion, so I felt we got through all the different rounds quite easily and managed a pudding and still had room for coffee. So yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so then the reason we're laughing is because we then had plans to do other things, and then we caught up with a couple of friends that we've met on the ship, Jim and Trixie, in the atrium, and then
Piazza.
Yeah, Piazza. Sorry, and then the entertainment in the Piazza is amazing on this ship compared to all the other ships, and we've just spent the last 2-3 hours in there.
We started with a lovely orchestra, so it was very refined, lovely music with some singing, and some people were dancing. Some of the passengers were then dancing, and then it moved on to a
game show.
No, then they just put the music on and people just got up and danced. So that was good fun. And then it was the game show, and that was absolutely hilarious. I've just lost my voice because we were cheering for our team. Lots of dancing. Conga.
Yeah, and then shouting and screaming, singing.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was all going
great
on.
Fun.
But yes, and then we just turned around to each other when it ended and went, "Oh, weren't we supposed to be going here, there, and everywhere?"
Never mind.
So anyway, that's for another day, and that's the beauty about the ship. There's plenty to do, and see, and eat, and drink. But time for bed. So tomorrow we are in Mykonos. And it's almost like we actually rehearsed that, isn't it? No, we're in Mykonos.
And we've got an excursion book, so we're looking forward to that, touring around the old and the new in Mykonos.
Yes, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It helps us out a great deal. And to stay in contact and be notified when the next video comes out, just hit that notification bell, nice and easy, only take you a couple of seconds. Until we see you then,
Stay curious.